Audio check 1 2 3. Audio check 1 2 3. Hey guys, be sure to like this video so it brings more awareness to people. Be sure to share with your friends and family. We'll jump back here in 45 seconds. Hey guys, AJ Town here, live with the T Storm Chasers, ready to start breaking down this major winter storm system that we got moving through the upper Midwest area and what is going to be coming of the next 24 to 36 hours, which unfortunately, folks, it does not look good over the course of the next 24 hours. That being said, we are still looking at a very substantial snow system that's going to move through much of the upper Midwest and bringing us still that chance of seeing some substantial snowfalls with it. You can see one of the latest models is right here behind me, and you just can see how monster this storm is. So that being said, folks, we're going to jump into this. We're going to really break things down for you and give you that forecast that you guys have been looking for and wanting. I keep looking over to my right because I have my phone there so I can see your guys' chat. So if you guys do have questions or anything, certainly let us know where you're tuning in from. Interact with us a little bit. Let's get this going and break it down. Real quick, as we want to jump into, we have blizzard warnings out there right now for the area there in tan. Purple is going to be that winter storm warning. There is that area there in pink right above my shoulder, other side, right above my shoulder there, that is under a wind chill advisory. And up in the Dakotas, North Dakota, we are looking at wind chill warnings and wind chill advisories. Out east there, we are looking at the ice storm warning that is moving through as well. So we do have right now just that main alert going across right now. I-29 north to Sioux Falls, north of Sioux Falls to North Dakota is closed, and I-90 between Sioux Falls and Mitchell is closed. We are seeing some comments there that I am super blurry. If you guys are having some of those issues, unfortunately, it is Facebook, so reload it. You're going to have to go back out and come back in and rejoin us. We're going to break this down now and look at what is our snow totals going to be and when is this really going to impact us the most. Unfortunately, folks, what I am seeing is this system is not done yet. This system is going to really impact us through the overnight hours. Would not surprise us if we continue to have school closures, the interstates closures, and everything along those lines. I'm still waiting on the official word to see I-29 south of the Sioux Falls closed, because that would not surprise us as well, because it is extremely slick out there and extremely reduced visibility with this system as we come into it. Let's get this sucker started, and what are we looking at? You can just watch as we go frame by frame how large this system is, and that low pressure system that's moving across the Rockies there that is bringing that moisture filled into the area. You can see even just by the 00 Zulu, so about that 6 p.m. time frame, we're seeing the stronger bands come through the area across the Dakotas there, South Dakota mostly, and into the Minnesota area. We are looking at about that 6 o'clock time frame as well. I-90 core. I'm sorry, reading messages. anyways, as we jump into this, sorry, I'm reading. I get all my chat alerts on the side here, and that's from our YouTube channel, our Twitter channel, our Facebook page, and our Facebook group. So I certainly do apologize. But anyways, as we continue to look at this, we see about that 6 o'clock time frame where we see that monster heavier band come through, where we're going to be seeing anywhere between 1 to 3 inches per hour is what's going to be coming through as this heavier system comes through about that 6 o'clock time frame between that 6 and midnight and into the next morning. So as we do come into the next morning, we will also see that come through the morning time frame as well. As we get about that 6 a.m. time frame, so about your commute to work on Thursday, those of you that do have to work, and I do want to say thank you to those that do have to work. There are people out there, nurses, first responders, emergency personnel, emergency workers that do have to go out, and so I just want to say thank you to those people. But anyways, as we do look here about that 12 Zulu, we see that stronger band pushing through. So about that 6 a.m., we have still that stronger band lingering. Good news is that anyways, as we continue to come into the Thursday about 18 Zulu, we start to see that system push out of the area finally. So about your lunch hour is when we start to see that moving out of our region, the Sioux Falls region, and coming into the Minnesota and Wisconsin area there that Thursday into Friday. And then good news is as we go into the rest of the weekend, we're not looking at any more moisture coming through. But as we come into next weekend, this coming Monday, we are watching another weather system, weather pattern. Now, difference between this weather pattern versus the other weather pattern is it's rain that we are watching with this as well. We do see that there is that chance of seeing some severe weather. You can see that right there is going to be where our severe weather chances are going to be. So we are looking just south of the Omaha, north of the Kansas City area, southwest of the Des Moines area that we are keeping an eye on. Now, this has been a dominant activity as far as seeing some of that severe weather. So we are going to be monitoring that as we are just dealing with this winter storm, I know. But now we're going to be looking at the chance of seeing some of that severe weather coming through as well. So we do have that chance of seeing some of that rain. You can see right through there, the I-29 corridor is going to be bringing us that chance of rain coming through. As we come into the next 6 hours, you do see that there is a slight chance of seeing this as a mixed precipitation. I'm not confident on that either, that it is going to be a mixed precipitation. This is going to be more of a rain system that's going to push through. Then as we go through the rest of the week there, we're not watching much more of another system, just a little bit of accumulations here and there. We're keeping an eye on this system down south because it's not going to take much of a northerly shift to be able to change our precipitation to another snow system. So we're 240 hours out, 230 hours out with this system. So definitely something to start watching. Right now, it's the I-80 corridor southward is what we are seeing with this. So definitely something to monitor closer. Let's go back home. Let's look at this closer at home as we go about that. Let's go 18 Zulu. So we're going to look at about our lunch hour is when we are going to be looking at this. So as we go 18 Zulu, we do see these heavier bands. 18 Zulu is about 12 p.m. Central Standard Time. As we do see those heavier bands right along the I-90 corridor. As we put the map into motion, we are seeing some indications on this right through here as far as seeing some of these heavier bands that are going to be pushing through the area. Now, these heavier bands are going to be actually bringing us the chances of seeing 1+ inches of snow per hour. So something we're going to have to watch very, very closely. as we do continue to monitor this and go into the next 6-hour increment, actually this is 3-hour increment that we're doing right now, we do see the heavier band just to the west of the Sioux Falls area. That is going to also bring us that stronger band system that we're going to be looking at, that 1 to 3 inches per hour with this as it comes through the area. As we go into the next 6 hours there, that heavier band pushes a little further northward. So that is a good sign for the Sioux Falls area. Unfortunately, north of the Sioux Falls area, we're going to see those snow totals increase with that chance of that. Then as we come in your commute to work on Thursday, so about that 6 a.m. time frame, we are looking at the snowfall rates that are going to be heavier. 1 to 3 inches per hour is what's going to be happening between that 12 a.m. to 6 a.m. is what we're going to see. So as you get up in the mornings, be ready, be prepared for us to have to shovel, plow out, snow blow, whatever, and do expect continuations of road closures and of school closures. I do really believe and feel that school closings that have already closed will continue to tomorrow. I don't believe and I don't feel and I don't think it will go into Friday. Simply because the system is going to push out of the area by lunch hour on Thursday. As you get out of that, then that's going to give about that 18 hours to come in and start to clean up and get things better for everybody to get to work and from work. As we take a quick look, let's take a quick look. I know everybody's curiosity. Thank you, those 318 people that are joining us. Be sure, I got one on YouTube, so be sure to share our YouTube channel and join us. Now, this is snow on top of what's already fallen. So we've already gotten that 5.5 inches of snow that's already fallen in the Sioux Falls area. As we continue to look and progress here, now as we come into the nighttime hours here, we are already looking at an additional about 2 inches is what we are looking at, because this one is jumping here roughly. We're at 15 Zulu, so that's going to be about 9 a.m. That's going to bring us to about our lunch hour with an additional about 1 to 2 inches. So that's going to be about that 5.5 hours that is going, or 5 to 6 inches of snow. As we jump into the next 6 hours here, our next 3-hour increments, we are seeing an additional 2 to 4 inches of snow. And then as we jump into the next 3 hours, we are looking at an additional 1 to 2 inches of snow. Then as we go into the overnight hours here, now this is when we really expect to see the brunt of this system start to really push through the area as well, and bring us a total of, on top of what's already fallen, an additional 9 inches. I'm going to say right around that 8 to 10 inch mark on top of what's already fallen on the ground. So this map that we are looking at is on top of what is already fallen. So we are seeing, again, right, FSD is right here. As we do look at that FSD, which is going to be the Sioux Falls area, they're right on that borderline of that 8 to 9 inch mark, upwards to 10 inch mark. Those of you guys, I will leave this map up just for a quick second, because I know a lot of you want to ask, what about here? What about here? What about here? We'll leave this map up just for a quick few more seconds here. Let me get my next slide up as we get that. Hey guys, we got a star party going on. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Lila, thank you for those 200 stars. Megan, 310 stars. We got 4 minutes left of this star party. Go ahead and join us on our Facebook page. Hit those stars. Let's get this star party going. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Anyways, now this is on top of what's already fallen. So keep that in mind. Those of you that are joining us and everything, we are looking at an additional 8 to 9 inches. So 8 to 10 inches of snow coming through the Sioux Falls area on top of what has already fallen. As we take another quick look, let's look at, and this is why that winter storm or ice storm warning is in effect, and we'll look at that real quick here as well. This is an ice accumulation right along and north of that I-80 corridor that we are seeing where that greatest threat of ice, and coming actually just north of that Chicagoland area as well, that we are seeing the greatest threat of ice, where they're going to be looking at anywhere between a tenth of an inch upwards to a quarter. Some areas could receive up to a half inch of ice with this system as it continues to progress its way eastward. Hey guys, we are down to 2 minutes and 50 seconds. Let's get this star party done and accomplished. Thank you guys, those of you that give us those stars. Now, as we come into 99 stars for Melissa. Thank you, Melissa. Greatly appreciate those. Wind gust. Now, this is also going to be some concern that we are coming into. It's not loading. There it goes. As we come into tonight and into tomorrow morning, this is where a concern comes in, as well as we are going to be watching these winds that are going to be on look at. Now, these are wind gusts. These are not 310 stars for Jennifer. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Greatly appreciate those. 99 stars for Deb. And we got the star party. Thank you, guys. Thank you, thank you. Those of you that did do the stars, we greatly appreciate those. Anyways, as we come into the overnight hours here, we do expect these winds to stick around. As those winds stick around, we're looking at that 40 to 50 miles an hour wind gust is what we are looking at with these come through the day. On Thursday as well, we are going to see those winds calm down just a little bit, but unfortunately, they are not going to be completely out of the area. We are looking at winds upwards between 30 to 40 miles an hour. Wind gusting is what we are looking at with that. Then, let's get over to our latest radar. As we take a quick look at our latest radar information, we are looking at this radar and seeing that we are seeing quite a bit of precipitation moving through the area. We do see that just to the east of us is where that strongest is moving through. I'm doing two things at once, getting our next slide ready. So I certainly do apologize. Those of you that are like, dude, you're not looking at the camera. But anyways, you can see those heavier blue bands is what we are looking at as far as where the greatest threat of that squirrel. Those blue bands, you can see right through here is where we are going to be seeing those heavier snow totals right now coming through. You got one that is moving in through the Sioux Falls area there. Those heavier bands are going to be those stronger rates of 1+ inches per hour that is going to be moving through. I'm trying to get, because I know a lot of you are asking snow totals, and I have a snow total chart, so I'm trying to get that pulled up and find it. I do apologize here. Give me just a second. I think this is it. Well, it is loading. So, as that does load, let's jump into our next segment. As we want to take a quick look at the National Weather Service. Oh, that did not update. Let's do... So, as we are dealing with this winter storm system down southeast of us in St. Louis, Missouri area there and Illinois, they are dealing with a chance of some severe weather as that is pushing through as well. We are hearing of the probability of tornadic event pushing through that area as we come into this evening. we are looking at those chances as well. Yep. There is no audio because I am just taking a quick break trying to update this quickly, and I figured you guys wouldn't want to sit here and listen to me breathe. All right, got that all fixed. As we take a look across the region here, we are looking at temps that are going to be in about the single digits. We do expect those to drop through the overnight, and we do expect to see things decrease as far as warmth out there. In fact, we do have some wind chills that are going to be a little cooler. Why are we looking at Missouri? Because unfortunately, we have grown to where we have coverage across our followers across the United States. So we are covering that as well. Things that we are going to be working on actually quite a bit more is going to be covering more of weather events across the United States as well, on top of what is going to be looking here. Anyways, as we jump into now, this is from the National Weather Service. You can see that this is as of 2:30 a.m., so certainly take this with a grain of salt because models have changed. Some things have changed. Additional snowfall on top of what's already fallen. They're saying another 7 to 10 inches. That was as of, again, 2:30 this morning. So they were at about 4 inches of snow there about that 4 o'clock this morning. So let's say on top of that, we are probably going to be looking at another 5 to 7 inches of snow with that. As we take a look here, as we come into the timing, now this is from the National Weather Service, what we are going to be looking at. We do expect snow to redevelop. We do expect that heavier snow to come through the overnight hours and then moving out again by the morning time frame on Sorry, I'm hearing some buzzing, and it's one of those high-pitched buzzing that really bug you. But anyways, as you can see here, this is kind of what the National Weather Service is saying for the snow moving out of the area. I'm a little later than what the National Weather Service is. I think by Thursday morning, it's not going to be out of here. I think what it's going to happen is it's going to be between that 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. that it's going to finally move out of the area. As we take a look at the wind speeds, and that's something that's going to be a concern as well, is going to be those wind speeds. You can see for the Sioux Falls area, we're going to be right around that 30 plus to 40 miles an hour. This is why I feel that there won't be school tomorrow, and I do think that the interstates will remain closed today and into tomorrow as well. I could see about that lunch hour that the interstates would open back up, but that is being very, very optimistic on that as well, because you can see by about noon there, we still do have wind speeds 30 plus miles per hour. So would not be surprised if they do remain closed until Friday morning with that as well. Take a look at these wind chills, folks. We are looking at some dangerous wind chill values that are going to be moving through the area, with temps in the negative 30s for much of the area come into Thursday into Friday overnight. So we are going to be seeing a cold snap with that as well. Here's actually a look at hour by hour, and you can see there about that 6 o'clock time frame is when they do have that tapering off, and about another 1/10 of an inch of snow by your lunch hour. So like now this map, this is actually graph is put out by the National Weather Service. So they are saying an additional 6, 7, roughly almost 8 inches of snow by 6 a.m. With it tapering off about that between 6 a.m. to lunchtime. Let's take a quick look at your precipitation outlook coming into the first part of March. As we look into that, March is going to be coming in above average for the precipitation for this time of year. And then as we look at temps, unfortunately, folks, we're not going to be seeing a warm-up dramatically with this coming into the first part of March. This is a map that is put out by the National Weather Service out of Norman, Oklahoma. This is not a map that we put out with it. So, as you can see, though, that they are looking at near normal for this time of year for our temperatures coming into the first part of March. Let's take a quick look at your road reports across the Dakotas and across the region. We'll jump into that and see what we are looking at. As you do see here, a lot of the areas near the I-29 and I-90 corridors have no travel advisories on them. I-90 does remain closed between Sioux Falls and Mitchell, and I-29 does remain closed between Sioux Falls and Brookings. Sioux Falls to North Dakota. Further south you go, you are looking at completely frosted, slow-going, snow-covered roadways. Trying to bring up a camera here to kind of give us a optical view of that. Of course, it doesn't want to load during a live cast. Why not, right? All right. You can see southeast South Dakota here. A lot of the roadways are going to be that iced and or completely covered. You do see that I-90 is going to be closed. You do see that I think that is Highway 38 has a no travel advisory. And actually, I do believe there is a portion of Highway 38 that is actually completely closed here between the Humboldt and Salem area there. I have heard multiple reports of vehicles stuck in ditches and actually on the roadways. Roadblock, road impassable, drifted snow, no travel advised. This is between US 81 and 19 on Highway 38. So, yep, I was correct on that one. As we go further north, no travel advisory for Brookings County area there and up into the Watertown area. And further north we go. Basically, it is that Highway 81 corridor to the east is what we are seeing for the no travel advisories. For north of I-90, it is starting to slip further south and would not surprise us as we get into those overnight hours to see most of the eastern portions of the state east of the river into a no travel advisory as a major portion of this winter storm comes through. As we take a quick look at your Minnesota traffic camp, or as we take a quick look at your Minnesota road conditions as well, we do see that travel is not advised on a lot of those. I-90 is actually closed from the Minnesota-South Dakota border all the way into Worthington, Minnesota there. We do see Highway 75 is closed as well, north of Laverne and south of Laverne. We do see that, I think that is Highway 23 there north of, south of Jasper is closed as well. We do see many of the road conditions out there have those no travel advisories on them. As we jump into the Iowa area there, you can see northeastern Iowa is actually under a no travel advisory as well. So basically, as this system really comes through, folks, don't travel unless you absolutely have to. Yes, I know there are people out there that have to travel because of work, and we greatly appreciate those people that are out there that travel because of that. As we look at your Sioux Falls cameras here, we are taking a quick live look at those. You can see just how impacted those roads are with the area here as well. We do see that road conditions are extremely poor even within the Sioux Falls area. And look at these traffic cameras out in the I-90. This is I-90 just west of the Sioux Falls area. I-90 just at the I-229 corridor there. I think that's Veterans Parkway exit just to the north of us. So, as we do take a look, like I did mention, folks, this system is not going anywhere. We're going to see the brunt of this system really come into the area here in the next course of the next 6 hours. Here we go. Now I got this to work. Of course, as soon as I click on it, it's going to make me a liar. Why not? Let's take a quick look at our GFS model run here. Now, this is going to be on top of... hold on here. I think this is an old one. Nope, this is correct. All right, as we take a quick look at your GFS snow totals, and as of this morning, we are looking at an additional 11 inches according to the GFS. Central portions of South Dakota, which we did see with that European model, bringing that stronger snow system through the central portions of South Dakota, where some areas will receive upwards to 2 feet of snow on top of what's already fallen. And you can see that that is going to just bring us, we're looking at roughly all said and done, I'm right around that 14 to 16 inch mark total after the snow system pushes through the area. As we take a quick look at some of our DOT traffic cameras here, you can see why travel is not advised in a lot of the areas because of how road conditions are greatly decreased. Again, looking back at the GFS model versus the European model. Let me get that back up. There is the European model. The European model is looking at another 9 inches of snow on top of that. Let me get one more thing done here. And then I will let you guys go and we'll be done for the day. Our next 18 hours. I wouldn't say actually day, but give me just a quick second to get this to load. I could play the Jeopardy music. Do 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 do. Sorry, I like to interact with my people. That's what makes us a little different than other places. Hey guys, since I got a little bit of a quick second downtime here as things are loaded, be sure to hit that like button and let's see those likes come in. Thank you guys of those of you that follow us and support us. And thank you for those that share us with your friends and family. Now that this model has loaded, let's go ahead and take it hour by hour. So as we come into about that 3 o'clock time frame, we do see snow conditions are starting to increase. And then we are watching some heavier bands there about 6 o'clock coming right through the Nebraska-South Dakota border. And then we do see development down in Nebraska that is continuing to progress northeastward. Now, this is where that brunt of that system is going to bring our heaviest snow totals is going to be through those overnight hours. And then we, as we look through that, about that 2-3 o'clock time frame, between 1 to 3 a.m. Actually, I'm going to go 12 a.m. to 3 a.m. is what we are looking at, the heaviest snow totals, where we're going to see that 1 to 3 plus inches per hour. Don't be surprised if you hear a clap of thunder or see some lightning, because I do suspect that we will have that as well. This does start to push out of the area according to this model run here by 6 a.m. and out of that area. We're going to look at our total snow accumulations on top of what's already fallen, and we'll get that done and then out of your hair. So according to this latest model here, we're looking at 6.4 inches on top of what's already fallen for the Sioux Falls area. We are seeing, look how much of a difference. East side of Sioux Falls is going to see about 5.5 inches. West side is going to be seeing about that 6.5. So then further northward as we go, Brookings is looking at about an additional 6 inches of snow. Watertown area about 6. Mitchell area is going to be right around that 6. Sioux City is going to be about 5. Now this is on top of what's already fallen. Laverne area is about that 5-6 inch mark. Worthington, Minnesota is going to be about that 7 to 8 inch mark. You can see just right along. Let's go. Yankton is going to be right about 6 inches of snow. So we're looking at an additional. Most of the region here is going to see an additional 5 to 7 inches of snow on top of what has already fallen. As we go into, I can zoom in just a little bit here. Rock Valley area, you're looking again right around 5 to 8 inches additional is what we are going to be seeing on top of what has already fallen in much of the area. You can see Huron is looking at an additional 8 to 9 inches. Redfield, 7 inches. Aberdeen, 6 inches. Watertown, 6. Brookings, 5. Now, this is additional to what has already fallen on the area. So, Canton, okay? About that 5-inch mark. So, again, about 5 to 8 inches. Some areas will receive 8 to 10 inches more snow on top of what has already fallen. Let me jump off my live stream here, and I will take a quick look. And I do mean by jumping off live stream, I got you guys in my ear, so it's just me jumping off real quick. It's not actually dropping off. Looks like the blizzard warning has been extended. As of noon, Sioux Falls received 5.7 inches of snow. Let me get this out of here. See if this will quickly load for us so then we can look at that latest. We did see that blizzard warning did shift just a little further southeastward into Iowa there. Did impact quite a bit more. Latest update from the National Weather Service. So I'm trying to get that up real quick, and then I will be done with you guys. I'm still waiting on this, so I certainly do apologize. All right, that doesn't load, we will do it a different way. We'll go back old school. I am lagging quite a bit, so I certainly do apologize. All right, my stuff's not loading on both my... Let's see if I can bring it up with another app here. Whoa, Daryl. Gerald. Hamlin, thank you for those 500 stars. Greatly appreciate those. Wow. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That was an awesome little 500 stars. Wow, thank you. That just made my night. Oh, day. I know I butchered your name, and I certainly do apologize. I'm getting frustrated here. All right, well. For some reason, my stuff's not loading. All right. Let me jump back here. I got to fix to the solution. All right, there we go. I fixed it. So that is the latest. Blizzard warning has shifted a little further southeastward and does include a couple new counties there as well. We do see a winter storm warning is in effect for the areas there in pink. Now, this is from the National Weather Service that has issued this. For some reason, our other software wouldn't load properly, but we are seeing all that. There you go. There is the latest update from the National Weather Service as of 2:20 p.m. Blizzard warning has shifted a little further southeastward, so if you guys are in that area, definitely be ready for blizzard-like conditions over the course of the next 24 hours here. I'm going to go next 18 hours is what we're going to be looking at here. So, again, I want to appreciate everybody that has joined us. Thank you guys that made my day with those star parties and stars. That was fantastic. Thank you those of you that follow us. Thank you those of you that watch our streams and support us. We are looking forward to bringing you guys more news, weather, and information as information occurs. Thanks, guys. Have a great day.